So find your comfortable seated position. You may want to lay something around your shoulders. You have all your utensils in front of you, your cauldron, your water, your candles, your salt, and your bay leaves. And then just gently press your legs down, contact here with your body. And then bring your thumb to touch your middle finger and your ring finger, Apan Mudra. And as your pelvis and the pelvic basin settles down, you'll notice, as it were, a desire to root into the earth. So let go of any resistance in trusting the earth beneath you, which could be a sort of tension or a slight lifting away. Allow your skin to melt down into the earth. And then as we sink down, we sense this desire of the spine to reach up towards the sky, between heaven and earth. So they say that the moon governs all the waters. The moon also governs growth. So we plant seeds on a new moon, we harvest in the full moon. And similarly, the moon is also, the rhythm of the moon underlies our lives. From conception to death. And in this first dark moon after the winter solstice, it's said that we can set our intentions for this new period. So it's as if we were setting the tracks for this new year, or setting the compass, as it were, to where we would like to sail, leaving behind the old and inviting the new to come. As we sit here, we notice that we are in a circle, both of those that are here present with us, and also within the circle of the four directions, the north from whence the cold winds come, the east where the sun rises, the south where the sun reaches its zenith, the west where the sun goes down and is swallowed, as they say, by the body of the earth to be born again the next day. Four cardinal directions, and then we have the direction of the earth beneath us and the direction of the sky above us. And this moon, we're invited to listen really to the whispers of our heart. And to release the doubts in our mind. To go beneath the noise of the outside world. And go into the truth of what our soul is here to be. All things that truly matter, beauty, love, creativity, joy, inner peace. All these things arise from beyond the mind. We have the four elements here, the earth represented by the salt. Just as in the ocean contains salt, so the water also contains the earth. We have water for the water element. We have the candles for fire. And the air is the burning then, and the smoke of your bay leaves. And then place your left hand on top of your heart, leaving the right hand where it is, and listen in to see if there's a wish or intention or a deep desire within you that you would like to bring into this new year. And then once you have this desire, it could be one, we can go through maybe three. Once you have this desire and you sense it and you know it's come from your heart, then take a pinch of salt and put it into your cauldron. Put all your 5 fingers into the water and spray that into the cauldron. And then take the bay leaf, light it, and then again place your intention. You could repeat it to yourself. You can allow the bay leaf to burn, so it doesn't have to burn completely. Don't burn your fingers. You can place it under your nose and then release it down. And then bring your hand back to your heart again. See if there's another wish or desire that comes up for you. It can be for yourself, it could also be for somebody else, but at least 2 of them for yourself. And then once you have that wish, you take a pinch of salt, the water, the bay leaf and the fire. And as the leaf is burning, you can bring that smoke towards you with a gesture. Okay, so the fire comes from the bottom up. The bay leaf stands for victory, as it were, for accomplishment. It's what we used to put around our heads as a crown. Okay, and then the third and last one. Okay, you can say your wishes out loud if you wish to yourself. Earth, water, fire, and then air. And may our intentions be held in a place of courage, confidence, and self-belief. You can repeat out loud. You repeat the three intentions you had, or the two, or the one. May this moon assist us. This special time assist us in making these intentions reality, if it is for the good of all. They say this new moon is drawing us back to our own value and worth, and our own self-integrity can serve here as the compass. And then gently place your cushion by side. So we're going to allow all that we've placed inside our heart, the intentions we've had, to move through our body. So I invite you to just lie down on your back first. Allowing your whole body to release down into the earth. And if you wish, you can repeat these intentions like affirmation as you lie here, so that you believe them and you embody them and you breathe them. And see how your body is carried by the earth. Your body itself is subject, as it were, to these rhythms of the moon. And how in the darkness we plant the seeds. So it grows, seeds grow root in darkness. And then bend your legs, feet on the ground, take your block, and then place your block underneath your hips. Now there are different heights here. The block has 3 different heights. So try with the lowest first. And then we're going to stretch the legs out. So keep your arms beside the body and you stretch the legs out. If that feels easy and comfortable, you might want to turn the block up so it's a little bit higher. And we're going to remain here for just a couple of breaths or 2, maybe even a minute, and I shall keep the time. And this posture allows us to open up. So open up the pelvic area and get the bodily fluids moving. Just make sure there's no discomfort on the lower back. Notice how your chin is now naturally moving a little bit more towards your chest. And the hips and the pelvis, the center, as it were, of the element of water, are getting a wonderful stretch here in the front, opening up the channels also where the venous blood moves back to the heart. Chin to chest, activating the thyroid. And then observe your breath. Going in and out. Everything, they say, everything in the old texts from long, long time ago, everything is pervaded by breath. So observe your breath waxing and waning like the cycles of the moon. And then 3 more deep breaths here. And after the 3rd breath, again, bend your knees, carefully take the block from underneath your pelvis, and then release the whole body down, stretch your legs out. Yeah, like in a type Shavasana, you can open your legs a bit wider than usual. taking up space here on the ground. You might even notice like a subtle movement now of your bodily fluids maybe, or even at an energetic level, there's something moving, something has come into flow. And then from here, gently bring your knees over to one side and come up into a seated position. You can always sit up a little bit higher. We're going to bring our feet together. The feet are together. They can be close to the body or further away. So just see where it feels good for you. Then if you wish, you can again take your block, and we're going to move the upper body forward. Maybe bring your forehead to the block if that's possible. Or you could simply just hang your head down. The block can be further away or closer to your feet, whatever feels best for you. And then allow your palms to face upwards. Notice the breath coming from the base of the body, up the back of the spine, all the way to the crown of the head on the inhale. And on the exhale, let the breath flow down. Down and back into the earth. And if any memories come up or anything comes up that's maybe not as bright as your intentions, or anything that might come up maybe from the past, maybe sadness that you can't determine, then just allow it to be. So allow any emotion just to be there, and you can allow the emotion even to fill your body. Sometimes if we allow ourselves to go deep, we get a wonderful rebound. It's like jumping. When we go down to the ground, we can jump up higher. And likewise, if you're feeling light and joyous inside, then let that joy spread throughout your body. So whatever's there, give it space. Observe how your breath can move into the back of your lungs, into your lower back, waxing and waning like the moon, filling, 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 and emptying, emptying, emptying. And then 3 more deep breaths here. And then when you come back up, just do so gently. Take a moment here in an upright position. So every transition between the poses is a pose in itself. So it's also your yoga. And then from here, we're going to lie back again on our backs and bring the block behind us, so in between the shoulder blades. So you might want to lay the block down and then find a place where you can lie on top of it that feels comfortable. You might even want to place a cushion or a blanket underneath your head, and your legs are outstretched. You'll probably notice there's movement again in the legs, there's energy moving or liquids moving, so it could be at very different physical levels, physical and energetic levels. By lying on the block, we're allowing the heart space at the back to become toned through the gentle pressure of the block. At the same time, allowing the heart space in the front of the body to open even a little bit more. So we allow love, and first of all, self-love, to take root in our hearts, so that from there it can grow like a beautiful flower. Which always invites us then to return again and again to this heart space. And notice the all-pervading breath, and whenever you feel that your mind is moving, just draw it gently back. Mouth is slightly open, maybe your jaws relaxed, your eyelids lying gently on your eyes, which like pebbles drop into the depth of your body. And then 3 more deep breaths here. And then after the 3rd breath, roll over gently to the side, take the block away, and then allow your body just to take a moment of complete rest. So take the cushion away if you had one behind your head as well, and just observe your connection to the earth now. Allowing everything just to be, but at the same time, we're adjusting the arrow on the arc. The arrow on the bow. And then bring your knees in towards you, gently roll over to one side. Back into a seated position, and this time we're going to spread our legs wide, so as wide as you can. You can the legs out to the side as wide as you can. Draw your thighs back. And then from here, we're going to move forward. And again, you can take your block if you want to place your head on it. Okay, so this could be possible. If it's not possible, then just let your head fall down or fall forward and your hands can support your body. Again, release the jaw. This is easy for you. You just come forward as far as feels comfortable. If your intentions and your visions were like a taproot, were like this root that comes out, the first root that comes out of a seed, and it's kept in the dark and it just needs a little bit of water or moisture to grow down. So allow your intentions to root themselves. With every breath, these roots you might feel coming out from the center of your pelvis, moving down from your legs, moving down. And long, long breaths, always undulating as it were, between fullness and emptiness. Fullness and emptiness, and then the space in between, the madhya, the space of nothingness, where the breath turns. The body is so full of breath that fullness disappears, or the body is so emptied of breath that emptiness disappears. And very, very gently coming back up. Take your right leg and bend it. And we're going to roll over the body so that the right leg is in front of you, the knee is bent, and the left leg is back. Okay, so this is the pigeon pose. Okay, so the front knee is bent, the other one's back. What you could do if you wish, because we're staying a little bit longer and we're doing this sort of more lunar or yin version, you could place your block underneath your right hip just to elevate it slightly. That might feel easier, if not a cushion or your blanket. Your blanket is, of course, a little bit softer and can adapt to your buttocks. Okay, so you put that underneath the right hip, so off the leg that is bent. And we're not aiming at anything here, so we want to, okay, so our only aim is like the inner goal of connection to the heart and for our goal. So just see where you can find a comfortable space and then move the upper body down. I'll mind the time, so I'll keep the container of time. Move the upper body down and then just bow your head down. Allow your head to get heavier and heavier and heavier. So give the moisture necessary to these roots which are forming. And by opening our hips, we also address at a psychosomatic level, as it were, the way we walk through the world, how we'd like to walk into this new year. And then 3 more deep breaths here. And then very gently coming back up. And then we're going to move back into child's pose. So keep your knees wide, big toes together, and then move into a very sort of broad child's pose. Support the upper body with your lower arms. And then again, just let your chin hang down. You can even sink down in between the shoulder blades if you wish, the back of the heart becoming soft. And the all-pervading breath streaming through in the rhythm of the moon, which is the same rhythm as the rhythm of the oceans. Full tide and the low tide. And then in your own time, come back up and we'll do the other side. So that's the left knee forward, the foot slightly over to the right, so we don't have to be it doesn't have to be too extreme. And then you just move the right leg back. So if you move the right leg back, you'll increase, as it were, the opening in the left hip. And here again, feel free to place maybe your blanket underneath the outside of the left hip so that you can sit down here or without blanket as you wish. And then once you've found the perfect position, back of the right foot comes down, and then move the upper body forward and down. Finding a comfortable place for your upper body to rest. Maybe you're supporting yourself with the elbows, and then just let your head drop down, sink in between the shoulders. Whenever you feel the need to yawn, then do so and make a noise while you're doing so. That's wonderful to release any tension held in the nervous system. And then rather trying to maybe control the breath, we just let it completely free. We let it wash through us as it will. And in this calmness, in this quietness, as our intentions take root, we realize that in surrendering down now, we find the force within that gives us life. Or as Rumi says, there is a force within you that gives you life. Seek that. In your body lies a priceless jewel. Seek that. O wandering soul, If you are in search of the greatest treasure, don't look outside. Look within and seek that. And then 3 more deep breaths here. And after your 3rd breath, again, we'll come into child's pose. So very gently coming up, your knees as wide as the mat. Big toes together and just move back into a supported child's pose. Maybe a deep sigh. Allowing your body to release down completely. And then very gently coming back up. So put on your socks, take your blanket, and we'll take a Shavasana here on the back. Again, I'll mind the time. A couple of moments here just to allow the body to digest. Make sure your legs aren't touching each other. Make sure your arms aren't touching the side of the body. And take up all the space you need when you lie down. So dare take up the space you need. So your legs may be a little bit further apart than you usually would, your arms away from the body. As you lie here, we're going to allow the exhale to wash through you like these waves you might hear in the background, from the crown of the head all the way down to the feet. That's the exhale, and it releases from you what you have outgrown, what you no longer need. It can be thoughts about yourself, limitations, restrictions, anything that makes you small or dims your light. And then the inhale will come through the feet. So where the moon has already fertilized the moist soil, where the waves come washing up from the feet all the way to the crown of the head. Allow yourself to be filled with the vital energy of life, the chi, the prana, the life force, vibrancy. Every exhale from the crown of the head down to the feet, you release. Every inhale brings lightness, vitality, possibility, and growth. Just remain here, rocked as it were in this inflow and outflow of your breath. Cradled by your breath, your all-pervading breath. And very, very gently start moving your toes. Start moving your fingers. A deep, deep inhale and then exhale through an open mouth. A couple of very, very deep breaths. Okay, unless, of course, you'd like to stay where you are, you're free to do so. Otherwise, take a couple of very deep breaths. Sense your body lying on the ground. You might want to stretch your arms up and back behind you. Oh. And then when you're ready, roll over the side and into a seated position. And in the left hand, we'll bring thumb and index finger together. So I'm mirroring you here. Thumb and index finger. Place the left hand to the center of your heart. Right hand, same mudra, chin mudra. And place the right hand down onto your right knee or thigh. Aham Karamudra. Aham, I am. And then know that in this circle, although we haven't voiced to one another our intentions, know that in this circle here, we're all supporting one another. In the quantum field, we connect to the heart, we connect to one another. Knowing that when we heal ourselves and when we allow ourselves to expand, to dream big, to envision big, find our calling and walk our path, we're allowing others to do the same. The elements are here to support us, the earth, the water, the fire, the air, and of course the ineffable, the ether, space. Again, see yourself in the circle, the north, the east, the south, and the west. Below us the earth, above us the sky. You might want to just say to yourself, may my intentions become reality. May they manifest. If it is for my highest good. And into the group here, may your intentions become manifest. If it is for your highest good. And let's just chant one Om together. Taking a deep inhale. Om. And with your hands, both hands together, Anjali Mudra in front of your heart, bow your head down to the wisdom that you hold in your heart. And your heart to the Mother Earth.